Hello, everyone. Welcome to Breeze Project Book. And yes, I am on video today. Hi. Today, I am planning a event for my girls, and I thought it would be a great idea to show you how I go about preparing a party. It's starting to get hot outside, and it's starting to come to summer, and everybody wants to be outside doing the barbecue thing and socializing together and being with their friends. And I thought I would be the first one to break out with the party from our group. So I decided to host one. The first thing I do when I do a party or host a party, I go to my event planner binder. My event planner binder is located in my binder system in my home management system. If you're not familiar with that home management system, I can link the video below. The event planner binder has all of my to-do lists, my schedules, my menus, my how-tos. It has everything in there that I need to host a party. So it's my sanity in a bottle per se. So this is the binder I use when I host any size, large, small, or just 3 people. It helps me and been helping me for years. So what I would like to do is not to take you through an in-depth look in the binder itself because I did that in the previous video, but I will go through the planner of the binder, and that would take you step by step on how I go about preparing a party. So sit back, take notes if you like, and I will see you later. Okay, everyone, let's plan a party. Let me give you a little background on how my husband and I go about preparing. Depending on how many people that we're invited or what kind of party we're having, it depends on the timeline that we need to prepare. For this one, this is a party for 10 to 15 people, so it only take about 3 to 4 weeks to prepare. In the past, we have been given large parties, medium parties, and those parties from 15 to 30 people takes about 4 weeks. For 50 to 100 people takes about 6 months. The 6 months parties are more of our elaborate parties like our Christmas holiday balls and our masquerade parties. This party is a heavy hors d'oeuvres party for a girls' night, and it would only take, like I said, close to 4 weeks. So this is my event planner binder, and I'm not going to go in depth into it. I'm just going to show you a couple of things that you need to see so you can see how I go about planning my party. On the left hand side of the binder, right at the top, is where I keep all my recipe cards. These cards are here all the time, so they're readily available for when I get ready to plan my parties. The recipes are in here for platters, for dinners, for hors d'oeuvres. Everything is here depending on what kind of party I plan. Down at the bottom is my invitations. I always keep a invitation for myself, for my reference, for what I've done for a past party. It's always here. Over on the right hand side is what we're going to get into, and that is the party planner. This is my Bible per se of how I go about planning my party. It has everything here, all the to-do lists, all the schedules, everything I need to plan a party. So this is what we're going to talk about. So let's get started and let's plan a party. Okay, the first page of the party planner is basically a list of things that I think about how I want my party to go. And it's divided in several parts. We have the theme, we have event information, and we have guest lists. And this is what I normally think about when I give a party, and it's all on paper right here. All I do is check it off. The planner is divided into several categories, and in those categories are timelines. For instance, 4 weeks before the event, 2 weeks before the event, 1 week before the event, 3 days, and then party day. Within these timelines, we will cover event information, guest lists, party theme, menu, house preparation, setup, decor, food preparation, party day, and then cocktail recipes. Now, the event information, guest list, party theme, and menu is basically sitting down and thinking about these things. The rest of the things is a hands-on kind of thing. So you would see me do part of these things so you can get an idea of how I go about preparing. But for the first page is just information, me putting my thoughts down on paper of how I want the party to go. And here the first section of the planner, which is the planning part, is the theme is there, the type of event is an appetizer social, the type of food I will provide instead of being catered, the I will also provide the desserts, the appetizers, and a cocktail. Any kind of activities I will be doing. We will be looking at a movie, but there are several things here. I have raffles or games that we can play. In the next section is the information about the event, where it's being held, what time, what date, kind of invitations that would be sent out. In this instance was paper. The place would be my home. The event will be held on June 13th at 7 p.m. Below that is the guest list. And as you see, checks marks are when guests actually RSVP and telling me what they're bringing, and they will be arriving. Next to the guest list is a nice little column here to let me know what they'll be bringing, appetizers or wine, sides or main dish or dessert. It's very simple. Everything is right here on this page of what's going on in the party. So I don't have to think about it. It's a good reference tool, and this is what I use, and it works for me. So if you guys want to do this, this is a great tip to do. Have all this on paper, and you don't have to think about it. Easy and simple. Now that we have an idea of what we want our party to be and the time and the guest and what we will be serving, we will need to do our invitation. This invitation I created from hard cardstock paper. I designed my invitations according to the party theme. If you guessed what this party is about by the theme, the invitations will be black masks that I will create from hard cardstock paper that's cut into the shape of the mask. Now this is the first phase of the mask that I created. On each end up at the top is where there's holes where ribbons will be placed. There's two eyes here, and then there's information that's been transferred from the planner to the back for my guests. There are special instructions on the invitation that I would like for my guests to follow, such as when they arrive at the party, they must be wearing a mask. Now, being me, I can't just leave it plain like that. I will give each mask a different design, all 15 of them. And even on the back, I will do some sort of design. So now let me show you one of the masks that I completed. This is one of the completed masks with a design that one of the guests received. As you can see in the corners where the holes were, the ribbon is tied there. The mask was designed with a silver marker or pen that I got from Michael's, and I wanted it to look nice and very elaborate in the design, so I created different designs for different masks. Right at the top of the invitation, you can see there is some creativity with some design there, and the invitation is still there. So this is the finished product. This one is for me to keep in my event planner binder as a reference, and my own invite. Now that we're coming toward the end of the administrative portion of the planning, the last part is the menu. Planning a menu is essentially a balance of time, budget, occasion, and season. You don't have to make everything from scratch. Save some time and your sanity by purchasing frozen to oven appetizers, and ask your guests to bring an item to contribute to the menu. Don't be shy about asking. I've learned you don't have to do everything yourself. People love to help. But even though I know this, I still like to prepare everything myself. Okay, call me controlling, but I like my guests to just come and enjoy the party. This menu is pretty simple: heavy hors d'oeuvres. We're having chicken Dijon croissants, cheesy buffalo chicken dip, grape jelly, meatballs, fruit and cheese platter, lemonade, cocktail punch, and dessert. Some of these items will be purchased, others will be made by me, and some will be brought by guests. This menu will be placed in a frame on top of the buffet table for our guests so they can see what I'll be serving. A good tip: make sure your guest knows what you're serving by labeling your food. You don't want to cause any allergy flares or problems because someone is allergic to shellfish or tomatoes. This is the end of the administrative portion of the party planning. So now let's get down to the nitty gritty and let's start preparing and setting up for the party.